Here's a little video that's going to give you an opportunity to apply a calming mechanism in something that you could anticipate is going to bring your nervous system up, or you might call it a trigger, or you might feel that it wires you a little bit, or it's something related to your pain. It's a technique that's called the 3-breath sandwich. So the 3-breath sandwich, well, all it's doing is applying neuroscience to a moment in your life that you could anticipate is something that would normally wire you. It could be a trigger, it could be a time, it could be a place, it could be a person, it could be a memory, it could be an anticipation of something. But you know that in those circumstances you feel a certain way that's maybe more highly charged than you prefer to feel. And if you don't know what to do in those situations, this is something you can do that's inconspicuous. Is that right? This is something that you can do that practically nobody will know that you're actually doing in that situation. Only you will know that you are putting some space between yourself and the reaction, and you're doing something consciously that's taking the system down. The neuroscience is the terms like task bracketing. So the task that you'd like to improve, you're bracketing it by changing the motivation before the activity, during the activity, and after the activity. But if this type of activity, this type of trigger charges the nervous system, and you feel that as an unpleasant sensation, that you're the new motivation that you're installing is as a calm just before, calm during, and calm afterwards. So you are sandwiching. One of my patients said, "Oh, it's like it's a sandwich, isn't it?" So it is exactly that. So you're going to use 3 breaths before the moment, during the moment, and after the moment. And the breath's just the same as you might do that 2-minute breathing exercise. If you're not familiar with it, have a look at one of the videos. But as a simple example, you breathe through your nose, right, put your hands on your tummy. So you're tapping into a sensory perception of calmness. So if I give you an example of the timing, so it's going to breathe in for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and that'll be in through your nose, so just like this. And then it's down for 5, that's it, on the out breath. And the focus is, whatever's going on at that moment, you're focusing on the feeling of the air passing through your nose. If it's appropriate to put your hands on your tummy, or you can do something where you can use your hands to get another input in a sensory way, use that too. So your focal point is the nose, or the breath through your nose, the hands, or the touch, and the movement of your body as you breathe slowly, or just the overall awareness of the breath going in and out of your body. And you just do 3 breaths before you're going to do something, go somewhere, be with someone that might trigger you. Whilst it's happening, whilst you sense it's a moment that could be going haywire, you do the 3 breaths in the moment. And when it's over and everything ends, no matter how bad it gets, it ends. You do it just as you finish. And that means that you don't take it home with you. You don't lay in bed with it thinking about it again, and you don't anticipate it quite as badly the next morning. So it's before, during, and after. It's a 3-breath sandwich. You can practice it if you're aware of the visualization we've talked about laying the dominoes in your mind, the neural circuits in your mind of anticipating these things. Then you can practice it when I see someone, when I go for that meeting, when I have to lift the chair, when I have to see my brother-in-law that I don't like, or whatever it is. You imagine the process, but you're breathing before you go to knock on the door. As you enter the environment, and you know the way it'll play out, because it's very predictable, these things, you see yourself breathing calm in the environment, and as you walk out the door, you end the meeting, or you come away from the situation that's the trigger, let's say, you imagine doing the 3 breaths. You can actually imagine it first, and it starts to lay the pathways down. So have a go at this 3-breath sandwich. I use it, it's so powerful. You can do it without anybody realising. Remember, you are breathing anyway during this. It's not like you're adding something in. You're breathing about 12 or 15 times a minute normally in a working state. And in those situations, you're generally breathing a little faster because it's a charged state. You start to feel like you're being chased by a lion. And you're just taking conscious control of those instinctual and reactive breathing patterns that might have served you in the past. But they're part of the process that means that these triggers become components in your pain that you can diffuse with this technique. Have a go at the 3 breath sandwich.